Welcome back, Rico Money Bags, a channel helping you invest in yourself so we can invest in the future, fam. Welcome in, Fire Chicken up in here right away. Right away, we got the Chuck Cluck Norris. What's up, bro? Man, we had to do our early stream for everybody, man. We had to get this one knocked out. Prices kind of dip in a little bit. We got Mr. Mo up in here. Welcome in, everybody. If you guys can share the stream, that'd be greatly appreciated. But I think these streams are super important, man. This is why we do this. Through the good, through the bad, through the pretty, through the ugly. It's like we have to take notes of these moments and these little moments in time, right? Because they just keep us in check big time, right? And this is some of that higher time frame stuff that we are looking at. And I think it's something that we should touch on for sure as the stream fills up, as we share. Appreciate you guys pulling up. Also, I'm pumped out fun. It's good for the live stream over there, laying a nice foundation on the XPX live streams over there. But this should be of no surprise. I should have held it short a lot longer, to be honest with you guys, but it started kind of holding, and I thought maybe it could recover, and I was completely wrong about that. It dipped a little bit lower, and that's why this is not financial advice, because even a winning trade, you think it's done, it kept running, actually, and I could have stood in that trade, honestly, but right now, we got some news we're going to cover. A little bit of news that's different, some different news, some things we haven't talked about never because it's brand new. It's kind of brand new. And that's kind of Michael Saylor selling. And I want to know what you guys think about this in the chat. Do you feel that there's any extra that, the sources say that there's no added sell pressure from him selling BTC, but, let me know how you guys feel about this, as far as, he hasn't sold in 4 years. He pressed the sell button on BTC. And what does that exactly mean? Is he doing it? Oh my god. Clip that right there. Michael Saylor the G. Oh my god, that goes down in history as the best answer ever right there. Oh my god, that was so witty. It was so quick. Oh my god. Okay, well, you know what? I'm rocking with you, Mr. Mo, because maybe even he's scared a little bit. Everybody's a little bit human, right? What's crazy is, and the reason I'm bringing this up, right, because we get to talk about all this stuff. We don't, you know what? We're not doing this. He paper handed, Saphir says, exactly, right. And this is why I'm bringing this up, and we get to talk about whatever. Like we're ourselves. We accepted everybody for who they are, for being bullish, for being bearish, for their fetishes, as the guy just pulls up, right? But there's a reason why I bring this up, because most people wouldn't want to talk about this because it looks really bad, right? And maybe it'll scare your followers or your subscribers. But I think it's important to look at every aspect of cryptocurrency, because when we go back to the chart, we already saw the sell going in the sell direction before this stuff comes out. And it's good to talk about this, to read about this. But if you notice, a lot of times I don't get too deep into it, because it adds some factors where you're like, oh my god, and this, that, and yeah, sometimes the bullish news helps us be a little bit more bullish. Sometimes we're biased. What can we do, right? We love cryptocurrency, but and I want to give a shout out to Blunt. I don't think he gets enough credit in the space, and a lot of the stuff that we talk about, these higher time frames, and not having to feel like you got to miss out on anything. We had a sell signal a long time ago before Michael Saylor sold. So it's like, yeah, the news helps us. Maybe we could have held it a little bit longer and, held it short a little bit longer. But when you're looking at the 4-hour chart, and we were talking about this, already for the last few weeks, we've been had our sell signal, and it broke the 200 moving average. And, we're bullish on cryptocurrency, but I'm bullish on my community. I'm bullish on all the time that we spend in this space. And I think being transparent with you guys, like when I bring up XRP, when I bring up BNB, when I bring up Solana, and that's why I bring up Blunt, because I think sometimes if you're not keeping it super bullish for everybody, people put you to a certain side, right? But it's like, why not, even though it's not financial advice, give people the opportunity to short BTC, short Solana, short XRP, buy more XPX, buy more of Mr. Fire Chicken's play. And we'll talk about that, bro. We'll go over that as well. And we should have you on. Honestly, I've been watching all your posts about the LP pools, bro. So definitely been paying attention to what you've been putting out, broski. And you guys are sitting really good. Your chart's looking really healthy. But yeah, this is why we talk about the ugly, because even though I was like, when you look back, you almost got to be apologetic almost in a way, because you're not being completely bullish, but you're being honest, and that's like the epitome of when keeping it real goes wrong, because it's like, hey, I'm not that I'm being, even when this bounced and went up here and it got rejected under 200 again, I was like, it's not that good, right? That's kind of bearish sentiment, and we don't have anything that's just like getting it like really riled up anyway. So it's like, okay, the overall sentiment is not that exciting. Plus, you got a little bit of the technical showing you the same thing. This is why I do sometimes talk about the ugly, and that's why I'm giving credit to Blunt, because I think sometimes some really experienced people like Blunt House, you guys should definitely check them out. They don't get the credit that there's due, because people want the space sometimes, but I want my community to win. And I think sometimes we have to be able to talk about this stuff, right? Like, I'm bullish on crypto long term, but I'm bullish on my community right now, whether you're an XPX holder, or whether you're just a subscriber, a follower, whatever you might be. Like, I'm bullish on you winning right now. And I know that crypto's here long term. I know XPX is here long term. So how can we win in the present time? And that's when we're looking at these charts like this, right? And even on the daily chart, coming back over to what we saw over here on BTC when we first got that sell signal, and even when I said that this was ugly, I wanted this just just make sure you put it on the XPX debit card, man. That's it. Bullish state of mind, no matter what the market and chart show. Exactly. That's how I am. I got a bullish state of mind, bro. That's how I'm able to keep building. If I allowed the markets to dictate me, I wouldn't be able to keep building, right? So like, I know why I'm in the space. I know you guys know why you're in the space. And I got a bullish state of mind for why I'm building into space long term. But even this daily chart, when this happened, even though I know people didn't want it to pull back and do all this stuff, we talked about this point of control. Nobody can take that away from us, right? And not because we got a crystal ball, not because we're doing some guru stuff, none of that stuff. We're just tracking price together, and we're being indifferent to the price. And it's like, all right, cool. It's the trend has changed on us when we first started getting rejected right here on this 200 moving average, biggest bear bull indicator. And that's why we are so patient. Like, shout out to patience. Let's give a moment to patience, because we want it to be bullish, right? And we're like, hey, we're almost ready. We're in your mark, get set. We were in your mark, get set. This was in your mark when we broke past these prior resistance right here. Get set. We were waiting for go. We were waiting for this, right? And this was a true testament to patience, and just being in the market for so long, right? And that's what put it in your 10,000 hours, I guess, right? Just looking at this stuff, whether it's good, whether it's bad, no matter what, just kind of pulling up and being transparent with what's going on. And when it got rejected right here, we could get off of in your market set. We didn't have to go in your market set go, because we were like, if it got rejected, it was going to be bearish. And you could have even waited for the sell signal. You don't have to try to front run it. You could have waited for a sell signal, where I even said, if the sell signal flips right here and it's exactly where this resistance was, that was going to be beautiful. And you got to look at it like that. Even when it's the bearish side of things, you got to be able to be like, that's kind of cool, that because price and time respects each other so much that you're able to identify just when this turned bullish because we broke past these resistance, and this prior resistance turned into future support. When we lost the support, it got bearish. And then we had this point of control that we talked about, where it was like, okay, well, if we lost that, how much would you have to be like pushed over the edge to really think that it was most likely going to come down here to where the magnet could pull it down to? Yeah, price is kind of pumping right back up right now, back to $71,267, but it did come down to 70,000. And the price that we talk about right here at this point of control is 68,133. And we got to be careful in this downtrend, because I think a lot of people might see a couple upticks, and those could just be green candles in a downtrend, right? And then you think that it's all over when you're still trying to fight this. How many people were trying to go long in these sections when, the trend was still technically bearish, right? And this is why waiting for your confirmation, if you're invested in conviction plays and some solid plays, it's easier to stay in the market and not be overwhelmed. Do we still feel it? Yeah, man, we're freaking human. I mean, 100%. But I think it's easier to navigate these tough waters when you're looking at these hard time frames and be like, dude, I need you to show me the confirmation for me to be like, okay, this thing is back on a bullish side of things. So even right now, yeah, we got a nice little uptick going back up, and there might be some trades that you can catch on some shorter time frames, but why not just wait, right? Accumulate your favorite conviction plays. So like that, you got something to buy. You can buy Solana on the cheap. You can buy BNB cheaper right now. You can start to, accumulate these little by little. Chuck Norris just went live on the Solana DApp store. That's bullish, bro. Let me put this right here because we are paying for this, so everybody can see this while it's live and recorded what you're posting in the chat, and it's overlaid on the screen. So like that, you guys can mark it right there as well while I'm talking. Use that as a marketing screen too. Take advantage of that. That's what it's there for. This channel is for everybody, and I think that little feature is definitely for everybody who's posting in the chat, for their chat to be seen by everybody, right? So BTC, baby. We're waiting, man. We're waiting. It's nice to see this price picking right back up, but man, I would need to see, can we even get above on the 15-minute chart? Can we do it on the 5-minute chart? So yeah, it's got a nice little uptick, but it can just boop and come right back down, just like it's done right here. Even on a 5-minute chart, you can use this 200 moving average. You really could. It's a little bit more choppier, but you still could. If you respected it, you really could. And especially when the market feels like this. So we're going to keep an eye on BTC. We're going to keep building during this time right now. We're going to keep an eye on the overall market. The overall crypto market cap did pull back. Are we leaving crypto? Nope, not leaving crypto, right? You see how easy it is to deal with this negative price action, because we already covered this throughout the last couple of weeks of like, we didn't need the Michael Saylor bad news to be like, oh no, not Michael Saylor cheating. No, we've been looking at a sell signal and a downtrend. We've been looking at a daily chart that, I mean, the volume profile, great tool Blunthouse really showed us how to use. You guys should definitely check out his page, because this is where it even gives you the target. It's like, all right, cool. Well, the point of control is right there. That's what I'm saying. Like, although price action is looking a little bit bullish, you got to ask yourself, are we coming back down to some of these prices? Are we coming back down to 68,000? Are we coming back down to 62,000? Are the markets bearish right now? Do the bears got control again? It's okay to talk about it, man. All right, so point of control, I'm going to give you guys the BTC price. We're going to go to Ethereum. We're going to cover this stuff, because this is why we talk about the redundant bear side of stuff, because later on in the weeks, it comes out, right? It's sometimes even myself, I'm like, geez, man, like, are we going up? Are we going down? Just freaking just print it. Just let's go already, right? But time and time again, I've seen that it takes a sweet time. And you're not missing out on too much if you do something on a higher time frame. You don't have to buy the Bugatti today, okay? You can buy it, next year. Buy the Bugatti next year, okay? And you have less gray hairs. So sell signal on BTC on a daily chart. We've seen this one coming from a mile away. Point of control pointing at 68,000. Even lower, you could have two take profits, take a little bit right there, and you can set the other one right here at 62,200 on a daily chart. I'm not telling you to, because, next thing you know, everything goes perfect tomorrow. You're like, Rico, what? I thought we were going. I don't know. But what I do know is, let's track this together. We'll identify these prices. And then we're like, all right, well, that's good to know, right? It's as simple as that. That's what I'm doing. Taking notes along the way. I'm a freaking note taker. Like, oh, look at that. Would you look at that? How many of you guys watched that? Be honest. Don't be shy. Would you look at that? Is it international? It's got to be. All right, we got Ethereum right here. Let's cover Ethereum's price, because, man, it just kind of highlights what we've been talking about, what it's not popular to talk about, but we gotta cover it, man. Like, I'm cool with exactly, bro. Thank you, broski. Thank you, bro. I had my high five up. I was waiting for somebody. I should have just held it up until it came through the chat. Like, I'm just gonna hold it up till somebody identifies when I'm but yeah, we're gonna have to go through some of this stuff and because this is why we do this, man. And this is why we have fun. Yeah, I love you, Saphir, man. You're a real one, bro. You know, we've been rocking for years already. And this is why it's important to find people in this space because you're not leaving this space that support you, that rock with you, and that allow you to be you, you know, and find a great community around that. Because there's going to be a lot of time that's spent in this space, you know. There's a lot of time. So you gotta be with people that really rock with you, that allow you to be you, where you can have fun, where you can be serious when it's time to be serious, where you know your friend is the one that can tell you when there's a piece of broccoli in your teeth and not let you walk around next to the girl that you're probably trying to hit on. Said, bro, I had broccoli in my teeth. You knew I was trying to talk to her, and you just let me. What the? And that's what the bearish thing is like. Okay, it's all love. Te lo digo de corazón. I'm telling you from the heart. Like when we look at these time frames, and I see this, whether it's Ethereum, XRP, or BNB, whatever it is, it comes from a place of good intention. So we could be like, hey, bro, and look at this. You see this? It's like, all right, well, here goes Ethereum, right? And this is the 4-hour chart, big boy chart. You know, we're doing the grown up stuff. And 4-hour chart sell signal was up here. This was at 2,293. You know, when I was talking about these prices, this $1,800 Ethereum, when we go to the daily chart, it seemed far away. Now it's like right around the corner. Like you can see 1,800. That's how it happens slow. And then when it's there, it's like, oh man, that's quick. You know, you don't want to dread holding a 4-hour chart trade because you think it's going to take forever. But then when it's happening, you're like, oh my God, look how fast we're already at 1,800. Right. And we talked about these prices down here, this $1,800 Ethereum, when BTC started to reject under 200, when the rest of the market started to get a little bit bearish, long before Michael Saylor sold anything. Right. So remember that the blockchain didn't change. The, you know, TPS speeds are the same. You know, it's just waves in this stuff. You know, there's seasons to this. Life is like the seasons. So right now the season's a little bit bearish. We got a baby bear on our hands. Saphir told us to put a short on ADA. We're gonna check that out too, because he did say that was financial advice. He did put it in the chat. It is Saphir's like, bro, what the? No, I'm joking. But I mean, it was spot on because I'm sure it's not where it was supposed to be. So, yeah, we got ETH right now also pulling back, and like I said, that hey, what's up, Lisa? We'll check out Thierry as well. You guys have been doing great. Oh my God, you guys have been ripping. Bags holding strong there. That's an easy hold, man. You guys are always grinding for, you know, what I'm holding over there. So that's an easy one. Keep grinding for real. There's a floor in there because I got some and told people about it. So yeah, just keep going higher. I think it'll keep going higher for sure. So ETH right now, doing this thing at 1973, and yeah, like I said, these prices when I talked about them, like you know, throughout the last week and a half, it's like after things got a little bit bearish, they sounded far away, but first a point of control came, which acts like a magnet on this volume profile, right? We get to see these volume gaps. We got the point of control, wrong price down, exactly like a magnet, and then when it broke past that, that's some bearish sentiment. So you know, this is where you got to be like, can we see $1,800 ETH? We'll see. We're going to be tracking price. We're going to be tracking price and being honest with everybody here. I think it's the best. I got to do it with myself. Now, in the 4-hour chart, we could see a bounce off of this because it is on the lower, you know, value range on this volume profile, but that's not a guarantee. You're not going to miss out on too much if you just wait for some solid confirmation of it breaking past the 200 moving average. You know, if you're bearish right now, nobody can tell you otherwise until at least say, can I get it at least on the 15-minute chart? Can it get above the 200 moving average? Then I'll find a quick bullish trade in there. But till then, I got to just be, you know, I see what's going on. I know that's all thin and stuff, but let me do it some proper justice. You know, if it's gonna turn around, it'll look something like that. But it's still got a way to go, even on the 15-minute chart. And now with people saying Michael Saylor this, Michael Saylor that, it's like, oh no. Yeah. Yeah. Shout out to anybody who's been, yeah, shout out to Pisson for sure. Shout out to yeah, everybody was, those DCA bags are turning up pretty nice. Everybody who's been getting them on XPX, and man, we got some nice stuff coming out around the corner. That's one thing that keeps me locked in with you guys, and why I love and respect you guys so much, because we can talk about the good, the bad, the ugly in this space, and that allows me to stay focused on the long-term goal of what crypto's about, right? And because these prices are going to do stuff that we can't do nothing about. We can't do nothing about the chart getting bearish and the sentiment changing, but I can do stuff about my work ethic, right? I can grind for something, and I cannot cry in the casino, right? And wait for this to happen like that. And then be like, all right, now I'm back bullish because, on the 4-hour chart, on the daily chart, we're having all this bullish momentum. But till then, hey, it's hammer to nail, like just bam, 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 and just keep building and build away, and stay locked in on that, because the rest will follow. It's like the rest will follow. If you put the right ingredients, you're gonna eat. Even the average person can get something really good. I sound like Papa John's commercial. Better ingredients, better pizza. Oh man. All right, ETH. We'll keep an eye on that $1,800 price on ETH. Let's go to XRP, my XRP family. Man, I honestly get like, when it comes to the XRP family, and like the way I've been seeing their videos come up on like YouTube shorts, and I think the variety of people, I know that might sound crazy to say, but different ages, different cultures, different everything. And I've seen a lot of shorts come up where like, it reminds me of the Shiba Inu days, where like, you can catch anybody on TikTok talking about Shiba Inu, just creating a short, or Dogecoin, right? And XRP has really been having those vibes, like, whereas like right into the retail's mind, right into the normie mind. And you can see that really, really hard with XRP. And I was telling my XRP fam, this was nothing to be too concerned about. You're just going to see probably some cheaper prices on XRP. And if you look at where it's went, that thing's right where we got a support at. It's like, whoa, why? Because right here. And this is why a lot of times why I say what I say when I say. It's an early stream and I got 2 cups of coffee in me, so appreciate you guys rocking with me, right? It's like, are we honestly gonna be surprised? I just gotta, have that talk with you guys. Like, let's have that talk. Are we gonna be surprised when we see, this? You're telling me you're gonna be shocked if I tell you it's gonna probably see this again if it gets bearish? Like, come on now. We can't be that person. We can't do that. We, at one of these arrows, we got to be like, hey, if price gets rejected somewhere up here and it gets really bearish, and you could very easily see that there are some tops that connect up here. They're not picture perfect, but there's a range in here. There's some tops in here, tops in here, top right here, tops right here. So when it hits this top, it tends to come back down to where these arrows are pointing. So it's like, it's not a stretch. When we were talking on the 4-hour chart and we got the sell signal, not being bearish on my XRP family, not at all. Like, just saying, hey, this could be the zone where you're always trying to figure out where is it that people keep to buying XRP, and then when it's back up here, and it's when the markets are fearful. Like Ben says, the red days are the bread days. Was this not a bread day? Bread. Was this not a bread day? Bread. Was this not a red day that gave you some bread? Yes. So just like you got to be a little bit seeing this side of things going this way, well, this is where if you start to see some support and you get a buy signal, even way over here, this was still valid. This one's a bit late, but this one right here breaking the 200, this one was pretty strong. And seeing how this one was really tight, this happens sometimes. Break above the 200, break right back, and it's like, okay, hey, right back on the short side. And it'll make up for it, because it sure did. Same thing right here. So pretty cool to see this. I know most people are like, what? Pretty cool to see the prices down. What the heck? What kind of coffee are you drinking? It's just nice to see what, that work that we put in, that time of looking at the AWI when nobody wants to look at the AWI, and willing to just be like, hey, I see it. It's all good. And what? Still going to do what I got to do. Right. And there's something in that. And that's why we talk about, like I said, the good, the bad, the ugly, all that stuff, the pretty, all of it. Because right here, when it was looking a little bit like, hey, it's breaking underneath here. So this was at $1.40. So boom, here we go right now. And again, it happened at that point of control on the volume profile. That's a very strong indicator to have. The volume profile and the 200 moving average, you see how they kind of dance together right there? It's like that's a lot of confirmation kind of happening right there. And then you just have this downtrend on XRP. Going to the daily chart on XRP, this is where if you're saying, hey, you know what, the market's just bearish. I know we've been trading in this range, but it might be where we actually come down here. If we broke underneath these supports that we kept getting support, and we broke underneath this is where your XRP could be coming down to $1.11. Might sound crazy right now, but if we start breaking some of those supports, you'll see price do that. I didn't make up the rules. If I can make up the rules, I would change them. BNB with a life of its own, man. Shout out to BNB. It's so shout out to BNB. Oh my God. You guys get a real reaction. I just checked BNB's price right now. Have I not always said from the very beginning that BNB has a life of its own? That's been a true statement to this day. How many years have we been? I always say careful with BNB because it has a life of its own. And look at this. But now it's rejecting this 200 moving average for its first time. This is where we got to, be cautious and not chase the top on it. Who knows? BNB does have a mind of its own. If it break above this, I could get bullish on BNB. It could be the only thing pumping up. People will trade it. Could rally up to 844. Oh, that would be crazy. Everybody would be talking about BNB. That's one way to get some marketing done. Be the only green chart while everything's red. Talk about spreading a buzz. So hello, BNB outperforming, right? Because right now it totally is 685 on BNB. And this is why you got to also respect the chart, because right here, even with the rest of the market getting kind of bearish, when it broke to 200, even on the 4-hour chart, the first candle that did that right here to 659, you could have still got in at the very top of that candle, and it was still a run all the way up to 746. Sheesh. BNB ran up to 746. Make sure you guys load up on XPX BNB as well. It's programmed. That asset backing, that's going to be a thing in the space. Watch. You guys will see. Mr. Mo, I'm telling you. There was a moment where I was just, actively trying to get Phantom to do it, just tagging them and stuff, because it's like, yeah. It's like they got E, they got Sui, they got all this other stuff, some stuff that I don't even touch, right? Some other stuff that I got no interest in. It's like if they put BNB in everybody's hand that easy, but it's has to do with once BNB gets legal everywhere, because it's like people can just buy SOL from anywhere. That Phantom wallet, so it has to have the same access when it gets on there. Phantom's not trying to get in no trouble. Said, "Oh, these guys are using BNB. They're not so." But it's like this is crypto. There's probably 1,000 VPNs on right now. But man, BNB 746 programmed. I've always said BNB has a life of its own. It'll do its own thing. And respecting your chart is good, because right here, that trade was still there. And it's still technically valid. Yeah, it did break the trend line because it's underneath this green line now. And the markets are kind of bearish. So you can be like, oh my God, what's gonna go on? I should have took the top right there. But it could literally just be this could be the first bounce and have a continuation. It's the only thing sticking out, Pete. It'll attract a lot of volume. So BNB looking really good. That's why, man, it's cool to pull up and do this live. It really is. And we're gonna see what kind of example we get here. We gotta rock with this. If this, we're on board. We get another chance of what this looks like. If we get bearish here, what do you guys think is gonna happen? Is it gonna look like BTC at least coming down to the point of control? Probably. But you got to be careful because BNB does have a mind of its own. It hit the all-time high after the October 10th. You know, when everything got wiped out, it decided to do one more pump. So BNB, man, interesting. Solana definitely moving with the prices, moving with the flow of traffic. We could say that. And even when it comes to this daily chart, fam, you guys can see Solana coming down to this section. Not being bearish on Solana. I said, hey, we're going to get cheaper prices to load up on Solana. Here they are, $80 Solana. There will be a moment, and I know there will be, when Solana's back roaring over some prices where all of us are going to be like, dude, we should have just got more XPX Solana, more Solana, because that's just part of it. That's the nature of it. Because even when it was at 250, I felt that a little bit. I was like, sheesh. I was over here trying to trade it. I could have just, I was trading it from 60 to 80, from 80 to 120, you know, from 120 back down to the 80s, back to 120. Then it went to 150. And then you woke up the next day and it was like 190. What? 250. And it's like Solana is extremely undervalued. It really proved the bandwidth during the height of 2024 and into 2025 with all the meme coins and everything that's what's going on it. Like, besides the hype and how much fun, like, we have to look at the technical side of it, where it's like it did prove itself. You know, Sui just had another outage and they did some updates and they had another where they had to, you know, shut it down, I guess. It's like, how could they ever expect to handle the bandwidth of what Solana does if right now during the downtime, you know, they're struggling? I'm holding a good amount of Sui. I'm just being honest. You know, I'm just, you know, it's been down since it's been down. So it's like, it is what it is, right? But we'll keep eye on that as well. But Solana following suit with the rest of the market. Excuse me. This sell signal from up here, $88, super valid. It started getting bearish since up here, but you know, if you wanted to wait for the 200, just be strict on yourself. Following the biggest bear bull indicator and just trusting it. Here you guys go, coming to the lower valley range, $81 and even lower. We're now at $80 and some change. But again, you look at all these time frames, you could totally handle this. It's, you know, these trades are boring to set up because there's, you know, a lot more entertaining things to do. But if you're patient on one of these higher time frames, you know, while you're watching a movie or something, just wait for this to happen. Then you'll get your turn. Everybody gets their turn. You just got to get on the right time, right? The right time. And we'll see if this comes back up. But Solana's also following the trend of the market. We're gonna have to be patient a little bit. We've been doing it already. It's like, what? Keep doing what we've been doing? Okay. That's why it's so important to track price and be indifferent to it. Because otherwise, you know, you could feel it even with being disciplined. You want to be all, yeah, let's just be honest. But that's why you got to stay locked in. Stay locked in is real. You got gold, you got silver, everything's pulled back a little bit. Everything's meh. Gold getting a sell signal on the daily chart, breaking the 200. Could we see gold come down here? I know my brother said he would buy more gold at 3,500, which those prices seemed far away. I even told him, I said, those seem far away from $5,600. Well, this is why he does really good with commodities, because those prices are starting to seem real. You know, he even wicked down here to 41. That's not even far off from what he was talking about. He said 3,500. But you know what? He's done so good that 3,500 it is. 3,500 it is. So we'll keep eye on that. Oil price trying to do a little spike. I think it's going to pull back. I think it's just an impulse move. You got BTC, some green. Like I said, could be green candles and more down. So just be careful, man. Be patient. We've already been practicing that. Speaking of patience, man, shout out to the XPX community. Let's jump into this. We got some utility around the corner. We'll get into Thierry. We'll get into everybody. This has been a nice little recovery, XPX. This has been really nice. When you're that green candle and the markets are being tough, it's pretty nice. This is a safe haven for a lot of people. If you're an investor, you guys get to snatch up the supply really low right now. I've been really debating whether to turn on that feature where it does the buybacks and burn automatically, but I've been letting the dev wallet also just keep buying up the supply, and why not just accumulate it? Because I know where this is going. So it's already been proven to be right to DCA into this even from the dev wallet. So we're right now at a crazy discount, 148K market cap when the markets are really, testing everybody. And it is what it is. They're the markets, right? And we experienced it. We experienced the markets being real sensitive, real, right when something happens, you get a lot of knee-jerk reaction. But if you stay locked into what we're doing, and for those who don't know and first time come to the live stream, this is XPX. Founded this 2 years ago on Smart DeFi. Big shout out to Smart DeFi. Big shout out to the FEG team. All the gorillas too. We got so many investors in here from the gorillas, and really help us lay the foundation. But we focus on all things payments. We've been doing this thing, now coming up on 2 years, fam. That's dedication. You can do what you want. What's up, kid? And Walt, what? We got Walter in here. What do you got? Long? It could be the time to go long, bro. Could be the time. Let me know what plays you're looking at, though. Let me know what you're looking at, though. Let me know what I need some trench plays for the community as well. We're all into that as well. But I do appreciate you guys pulling up. But like I was saying, we've been doing this now this month. It's going to be coming up on 2 years that we've been building, providing off-ramp solutions. We're well over 100 or $370,000 in paid orders. We're going to keep that growing, man. We want to really lay the foundation for all things, payments. So whether you're a degen that's off-ramping crypto because you hit on one of your favorite meme coins that Walter produced, because the show produces some hitters, man. Like the Sunday show is a banger. I even watch the replay when I get a chance, right? Watch the Sunday replay because maybe I'm busy or something like that. But you could find some bangers up in there. And this is the time right now. We don't leave the market. We navigate the seas. We navigate the seas. Okta, I've been hearing about that one. I've been actually hearing about that one. Yeah, get the community in here. We'll definitely check it out, Walter. But come check us out, man. Come check us out. If you're bullish on BNB, come over here to Smart DeFi, buy a bag on the BNB chain. If you're bullish on Solana, you can come over here and buy it on Solana as well. And if you're somebody who's like, hey, I want to test out the utilities before I'm super bullish on this amazing project, hey, we don't gatekeep this stuff. If you're an individual, if you're a business that wants to also start accepting cryptocurrency, if you got, servers and platforms that you got to take care of in the crypto space, contact us so we can make this happen for you. We got multiple widgets that allow you guys to really have real world purchasing power with your cryptocurrency, whether it's 100K MasterCard, non-KYC MasterCards, non-KYC bill payments, 106 countries, non-KYC gift cards. These are some amazing resources to have in your back pocket. And we're going to be adding more to this very soon, fam. So stay completely tapped in. Don't miss out, man. We're cooking nonstop, man. We are definitely cooking nonstop. Also, give us a follow over here at XPX Token. Like that, you guys don't miss out for the latest and greatest, man. It's super important. We got the referral program going on right now. You guys might want to go sign up. It's super easy to sign up. Get your referral code. It's going to be on the top right of your screen. Right after you make your dashboard, you automatically got the referral code. You don't got to hop through no hoop. You just come right up here to the top of your screen, copy this code, and start making a post. And start your referral thing. You can do as many as you want. You're going to want to be a part of this, fam. You're going to want to onboard people into this movement because it's here to stay. Payments is everything. All roads lead to payments. And the more people that we onboard, the more usage on the pay portal. We turn this into, not just $379,000 in paid orders, but 7 figures in paid orders, 8 figures in paid orders. This really turns into a powerhouse. And how do we do this? Well, we work together. We turn this into brand recognition within the crypto space, within retail, and let everybody know that if you're trying to navigate the world with cryptocurrency, one of the ways and one of the best ways to do it is XPX, right? So onboard your friends, you get $20, they get $5. Most things it's only the person referring gets some money, but this one, you guys know how I rock. I like a win-win situation. So we got where you're referring, you get $20 and they get $5, and they can start their referral process as well and start onboarding people and really get, stacks on stacks on stacks, fam. It's crazy amount. If you would have been referring people and getting XPX right now, that XPX would be worth way more because it's at whatever price XPX is at. So, getting those referrals done right now at these prices, that $20 might turn into $200. And we super pump, we gigasend, it turns into 2K. What? You accidentally came up on 2K? How? By, talking to people about something that's tangible and it's real. So definitely come over here. XPX is the way to pay, man. Pay in seconds, safe and secure. We've been rocking for 2 years. I mean, it's all right here. Right here, fam. It's right here. And some really cool things down the road. Like I'm working on things for Q4. We're going to keep grinding into space, fam. This is somewhere where you can park your investment. If you're looking long term, we've already proven to be here 2 years. We're going to be here years to come and keep laying that foundation. We're going to turn this into a multi-million-dollar company and eventually an empire, fam. So let's keep doing this at XPX Token. Make sure you guys follow us. Stay tapped in. Get a bag of this project now. Don't wait till later on. Get it now. It's super cheap. This is like buying the stocks and shares of Amazon before it was shipping products around the world, right? This is like getting Netflix when Blockbuster turned them down. You could have got some stock right there. You could have got some shares. Tesla early on, right? All these things, all these opportunities, we're in this right now when it comes to cryptocurrency and AI. We're in that moment right now. So let's go ahead and go to the next one. I want to cover Manifest because this one's been one that kind of rocking with me, man. And they're manifesting it, man. They're manifesting it. Let me know in the chat. Do you guys believe in the manifestation? Do you guys believe in the manifestation? Let me know. Wanna be my lover, wanna be my lover. Come on now. You guys gotta be in the zone today. I know it's early, but I'm on coffee right now, nice and early. Second cup of coffee. I need you guys to be my lover, don't you want? This is manifest, man. And this is, I think manifest happens with great vibes. And that's why we're bringing great vibes to the manifest community, that they pump back up to 30 mil. It's been one of the only ones that and I think it has to do with the manifestation stuff. I think it has to do with everybody wanting to manifest this thing to the freaking moon. It could be a testament to the power of manifestation. Ooh, how bad do you think these people want it? Now, liquidity's got a portion of it, 67%, but they could probably send it so far because, isn't this what we talk about these days? A little bit of, put your hand. It's good. It works. And it's manifesting right now. It's pumping pretty good. $30 million market cap. We got to talk about these when they do this. $1 million market cap breakout. You got your $10 million market cap breakout. You got your $15 million breakout. You have your resistance right here. This thing just keeps manifesting a new level. They just keep manifesting a new level and a new level and a new level. And they're probably going to keep doing that. Number one number game. Oh, okay. I know what you're talking about. The number game. We'll do it on the next one, fam. We'll do it on the next one. Right now we're just covering price, but and anybody who's even actually been winning XPX, if you would have just held XPX, that would be up right now. You got to trust the process with the right plays, fam. So Manifest doing really good. Let's go to their X account and see what they're manifesting over there. Then we're going to check out Octa AI or Oct AI, I guess we'll say. Octai. So Manifest, oh my God. I got one of my brothers, a cool picture where like Michael, it's a side shot though. He's like doing the jump man and like you could see the whole crowd and everybody's like, like if you know when you first look at the picture, you're caught by like obviously Michael Jordan jumping, and it just looks like he's in the air forever in this picture. But when you really like absorb the picture and you look at the crowd, everybody's like almost everybody's mouth is open. And yeah, he still got it. Still got it. It's pretty cool because it was like, I don't know, probably 15 years ago or something like that. But manifest, man. Yeah, tongue out. Tongue out. This is cool right here. It feel like that, doesn't it? So, ooh, on a journey, on a journey to the stars. Looks pretty cool, man. I like that. Got some casino. So we gotta do it. The Godfather. He did so good in that. Oh my god. Even this demeanor right here that he was locked into, you gotta be locked in like that. That demeanor is locked in. His demeanor was like when he went into that phase of the movie, you know, when he because he was, you know, not like that at first. And you if you watch the movie, you can see how it transitions into the demeanor getting into this phase, and it's like, I'm locked in. That's it. It's gotta be, I gotta do it. Head down. So we got the manifest crew definitely manifesting over here. It's good to see it, man. I like to see people win. You know, just because somebody else is winning doesn't mean that you're losing. You know, they're manifesting and it's working. So I want them to win for the manifesting sake. You know, I think it's cool to see something like this winning. And I'm sure their TG's probably lit and they're probably having a great time in there seeing this thing at excuse me, close to $30 million market cap. Super impressive. Honestly, super impressive. All right, let's go to Bull because Bull's been holding strong, and then we're gonna go to Walter's play after Bull, and then you guys got any plays? We'll check out Clash as well because I've been using Clash AI for a little bit. It's actually pretty bullish, and you know that's some serious utility right there. Clash picks and Clash AI. Clash is probably on a discount price, and we got Bull right here. They got a boost on it coming down to where they've been before this $3 million market cap, and they've bounced off of that several times. So this could be an area, you know, if the markets continue to be how they are, you know, that's why having a strong community and like a close loop with them is important because when the markets get like this, you can still really pump your chart. You're looking at Manifest doing it right now, but it's everybody's got to be on board with it, right? So if not, then the markets continue to be bearish and everybody starts to, you know, fall into that trap that it's over or something like that, and they start to sell even at a loss at times, right? Like Mr. Mo said, we saw Michael Saylor G. So that one broke me, man. I could not hold it in. Oh my god. But Bull right here, I think it's a play that's been doing really good and it's at a discount. And when you have a conviction play, I think if you're part of the Bull community, is one to keep an eye on because this thing's been holding strong no matter what the markets have been doing. Yeah, now it's at 3 million compared to the 5 that it's been holding for quite a bit, but it is an area where we've seen before and then it bounced off of that. So it could be where we bounce off of this again and then we carry on, right? And then we carry on. But it's all going to be kind of on this thing again. You know, watch how if the markets get all the like just roaring all over again, like, oh, that was a shakeout, boom. And next, you know, you're gonna wish that you loaded up on Bull because now this time it has enough momentum to go back up to 10 million. Once you break these market caps again, you get that momentum all over again. You know, you come underneath that 5, you get a little pump when you get back past that. You break 10 million, you go underneath it, you break it again. People pay attention. You know, those people who sold, they're still in the Telegram. They start seeing that buy bot go crazy and the market cap on that buy bot keep going up. They're like, wait a minute, I sold. Let me load up. Wait a minute. I think it's gonna climb right back up. I think it's gonna climb right back up without me. So let's go to Oct AI. Oct AI. Hopefully Walter's still in here. I know he's busy. It can't be this one. Let's go to his page. I've seen him talking about it the other day. You know, I be jumping around from spaces and stuff, you know. I'm cool, man. I'm hip, man. Let's see. I'd seen it on here. One of the spaces you guys were talking about. I'm sure I'll find it on here. So it's this one right here. All right. This is how we go. Remember when we had to make sure to find the right links? This is why I still move like this, right? Okay. CoinGecko. We could snatch the contract address from over here. Boom. All official links. Boom. Boom. I know they had a pre-sale and everything. So nice. Okay. Cruising right now at 434. You got Octo AI. Who doesn't like an octopus? And it's purple, so you guys know I like it. I like it's that's a go for me in crypto. So purple. Ooh. What? What? Right now we got let's see what it's all about. See what it's all about. So 9 brains, 3 hearts, 1 system. Octopus AI was born from a strange pattern when AI systems were asked to choose their favorite animal. One answer kept returning the octopus. It's one of my favorite. I think it's cool. I think it's cool. So what are these brains doing? Yeah, I know. Bro, that movie was so good, bro. That movie was so good. That movie was amazing. That movie was absolutely amazing, bro. I'm gonna have to hit you up. We got 9 brains, 3 hearts, 8 arms. Octopus AI brings the same multi-dimensional intelligence to crypto. Multi-strategy intelligence, one central brain controls the system. 8 mini brains process data from every angle simultaneously. Every arm thinks independently. So 3 hearts, constant flow and resilience to pump to the gills, 1 to the body. The system never stops beating. And we got built for endurance in any market condition. So it's an AI agent, and honestly, you're on it, man. AI is this is their tokenomics breakdown because they did do a pre-sale. So you got 30% pre-sale, 25% to the mining. So this is a mining protocol as well. Maybe we could have the team up in here, Walter, if you're tapped in with them. Tell them, let me know, tap in, and we can get them up here, talk about what they got going on. But AI agents is really bullish, fam. I mean, a lot of stuff is it's hard to read anywhere and not get into the talk about AI. It's like the conversation goes right into some kind of AI talk. So great market cap, great narrative because I mean, let's be honest, that's the narrative right now. And you guys can find them at the Octopus AI. It's catchy, man. Octopus is good. Let's see. Nice, pretty nice, man. Clean looking chart too. Pretty early. And 500 next breakout, go to a million next breakout. It's like it's programmed once these things happen. Octopus, Kraken, dog, cat, whatever it is, man. When the community is strong and those breakouts happen at any market cap that we always talk about these little barriers, you see those breakouts happen and people come flock to it. So pretty nice. Let's check on the market once again. Bitcoin 71,500. Nice little leg up. But again, are these just green candles? That's why they're still kind of red, just because if we didn't have this indicator on, these would be so green. And then we'd be like, oh my God, they're so green, but they just got green trim to be like, these would normally be green candles, but they're really still red. You know what I mean? All right. And here we go. Nice little pullback right there. And, this is why this is pretty nice because, yeah, these would have been green candles, but they just got the green around them because they're really still in this downtrend. And they're like, nah, we're not going to turn them green until they get above this 200 and we got like a buy signal. Same thing for the red ones when they're still green and, they just got their red trim. Let's see what's going on. Markets are definitely red. Anybody can see that, right? Anybody can start a YouTube channel today and just say, what do you think about the markets? They're red. Oh, here goes Cardano, Sapphire, from 25 cents down to 23. That was top notch. course selling material because it's bearish. It's down. So if you're to bring up Cardano, he says short it. It's been short for a while. Here goes your 25 cents. You're almost, getting close to 26 cents. Goes your even on the 4-hour chart. That's why, if you're just patient, you don't got to do it go do something else. Set it on a higher time frame and just be like, you know what? I'm just going to trade on a higher time frame. It's not going to be that exciting, but you're probably not going to lose as much money. And here goes that short. That would have been a nice short. That's a nice short. And yeah, it's okay to look at the market like that when we got some of this stuff happening. This is on the 4-hour chart. Daily chart let us know this is how long it's been shorts, and this is why it's so easy. This is why it's got to be easy for us to wait for the freaking break above the 200, because it's like, at what point do we accept it? It's like, come on now. So Cardano's pumping. So yeah. Cardano Shimano. Cardano Kashimano is like, is it above the 200 moving average or is it not? Is it above the 200 moving average or is it not? And it's like, most people would be like, that's as low as it can go. Nope. Guess what? It went lower. Right here, they saw this leg up and they're like, oh, that's the floor. That's as low as it could have gone. It's like, nope. We waited. We played the patient game. Here goes your sell signal, and that thing's still valid. And it might still go down a little bit lower. Saphir, what do you think? Is it going lower? He's just gonna be we're gonna check on Saphir a year or two from now. It's like, yeah, this is Ethereum, bro. It's crazy, man. Sui too, man. Well, remember, Solana had its phase too. Let's not forget that Solana went down to $8. And Solana got wrecked at one point. 87 cents from way up here, from $4.80. This is a whole blockchain. Everybody goes through a dip. You're not excluded from the dip, mister. You think that you don't get to go through a dip? That's cute. Look at this. It's 247, $14, $9. It went down to $8, but 250 down to $8. Same top prices, we're at $80. Are we going down to 50, fam? Because it didn't do that over here. It went straight to the 50s and then went underneath 50, and it was just like, but that was a lot of FTX stuff during that time, right? We don't have FTX, we don't have Celsius, we don't have Voyager, we don't have the Luna crash. So it's a different little bearish market. That's why that other bear market really hurt, because it was different. When all that stuff happened, the silver lining of October 10th is that the market kind of stood together, because when that last time that happened and all those crashes happened with Voyager, Celsius, and all these other exchanges, that rocked the market for, it was like prolonged. The bear was taking advantage of us. And but you can see some strength in the market because we didn't have a lot of that stuff on top of it. It's just a correction. This could just be an overall correction on a really higher time frame. And yeah, this is the weekly chart. This is on ADA. Man, it pumped up to $3 at one point. They're on a dip. On the weekly chart, if BTC started to recover on this 200 moving average, let's just be optimistic, right? Let's say it just started to hold this 200 moving average and keep working its way back up. From a distance, this would just look like a correction. It wouldn't feel as bad as it's feeling right now, right? If this is what really happened, if that's what happened. Now, where it starts to feel bad is if this happens. We're going to be like, that's it, Rico. That's it, right? And this section right here that's that 40,000. I've heard some people talk about it. I think Saphir's even mentioned it. But let's say we did some of this on this weekly chart. This would just look like a correction, like if we overreacted. Still a heck of a correction, right? Let's go to the monthly chart. Monthly chart even more so. So you guys are just overreacting. You guys have just been overreacting. This is just the first correction, and you know what? We're gonna go right back up. That would just look like a correction on the monthly chart. But we still got it takes some time. It takes some time. So I just keep building, find some amazing people in the crypto space that rock with you, help navigate you, through the highs, through the lows, because you're gonna have them no matter what. You could be in the meme coin space, flipping NFTs, even if you're trying to, be in the metaverse, you're still gonna see what's going on, whether you're running spaces, whatever you're doing, when the markets get like this. This is why we did an early stream, because this is a lot of stuff that we were already talking about. Anybody who's been really rocking with this, live stream on X or rocking with me on YouTube, none of this is catching you by surprise. Okay, Michael Saylor sold. Whoop-de-doo. We were already short from over here. We were bearish a long time ago before we got that news. Okay, now you got the Michael Saylor news. Good for you. Good for the market. Cool. It went lower because of that. Fine. But we are already suspecting some fugaziness in the market with being trading underneath the 200 moving average. It's like, come on now. That's okay. That's all right, right? That's all right. So let's keep being like that, fam. Let's outlast the markets, right? Because that's where that phrase "time in the markets" beats timing the market. And I think that's why that's really said, because when you're not trying to get the Lambo in one day and you can zoom out on a 4-hour chart, this is a little bit more visible. It's like this is more visible to be like, dude, it's been bearish. Okay, Michael Saylor sold for the first time in 4 years. All right, cool. We were already bearish. So this news is not like, Saphir, Michael Saylor, he's selling. It's like, we've been bearish. It's been, on a higher time frame. Have there been some times where it tested and, looked like it wanted to recover? But no. Every time it met the 200 moving average, it kept just getting rejected. And that's where whether you're trading it or not, and you don't have to trade none of this. You don't have to trade none of the stuff that I'm talking about. But I think there is some value in it where, okay, Michael Saylor sold. You can gain some confidence in watching this, where like, if you're tired of the news one day being bullish and one day being bearish, and you're like, dude, I just planted some seeds and I've been watering the garden. I'm trying to grow a garden. I'm trying not to mess this up. Let me cultivate this just right. And it's like, am I missing out on anything? Or, if you like the emotional roller coaster, by all means. But if you just want to be like, tell me something I don't know, right? Tell me something I don't know. Saphir said a long time ago, short on ADA. And that's where I think that time in the market beats timing the market, because on a higher time frame, you spend more time in the market. It's a little bit more boring because, you're not getting wrecked. You can do your 1 minute chart. 200 moving average still holding very true, even on a 1 minute chart on BTC, since 73,700 underneath the 200. That's a short right there. But there's a lot of signals on a shorter time frame. But you can see even right here, ever since then, it's like, all right, why do we got a nice little leg up? Yeah, well, break above the 200, first mouse, second mouse. How long does it stay? Well, check out Pissing right now, bro. Appreciate you staying in here with us. Appreciate that, man. That's grinding for your bag right there. It'd be easy to be on board if it was doing that, right? Okay. The trend is your friend. Do you know how to identify your friend? Do you know if your friend was out in the crowd and there's a whole bunch of trends, and the trend is trick, would you be able to find Waldo? Would you be able to spot Waldo like that? And it's like, you got to be able to be like, hey, whoa, is that the uptrend? And you pump it up, right? Let's go to Piss, and shout out to you, bro, rocking with us. Staying locked in too. Respect, bro. Grinding for the bag. It's an everyday hustle. 20K market cap. Nice little support section. This is where everybody wants to be afraid to buy, but this is the section that actually prints for you. Let's go to your guys' X account and see what's going on right now. Okay, so we got can anyone point me to a good cabal? I'm ready for someone to crime Pissing. Okay, here we go. I mean, the narrative is there, right? And this could be a sticker almost anywhere. This could be this is merch. It's definitely there. It's definitely eye catching, right? You're not going to drive by a billboard with this thing and not and keep going and act like you've seen it before. Yeah. And sometimes that's what it's got to be like that. So you guys got the merch, very nice. I'll check out your guys' stuff. Show you some love. There go your stickers right there. That's a Saphir might buy some of your stickers. Golden shower kiss. What? What is this? What? Urine color chart tumbler. Oh my god. How vague do you guys keep what you guys do for a living? Um, when somebody asks you, what do you do? Say, oh, I talk about cryptocurrency. Say, oh, what kind of crypto do you guys talk about? One of my laptops has stickers all over it. The one to my right has. It's been with me for a while. This was a dual screen laptop, so I would have to put them on the other side. But this laptop over here, yeah, it's stickered up. But yeah, so what do you do? Say, oh no, I talk about crypto. Say, oh yeah, what do you talk about crypto? Say everything. Say everything. I talk about everything in crypto. We got merch, we got meme coins, we got utility plays, we got Bitcoin, of course. So what kind of meme coins? You ever heard of pissing by any chance? Right, bro? That's what it's all about, man. You gotta have something that just like how it disrupts the current technology, you gotta have something that makes people like, what? What are you talking about? What? What? What'd you say? Shout out to Pissing Man, holding a solid floor right here at 20K market cap, pulling up to all the live streams for his whole community, man. If the community is listening to this, you guys got to start pulling up and supporting as well. It takes a village, fam. It takes a village. Make sure you guys got a great village. If somebody needs some firewood, hook them up with some firewood because it takes a village. You got an extra tent, help a bro pitch a tent. Help a bro pitch a tent. Help a sis pitch a tent, because it takes everybody to make this happen. So make sure you guys are pulling up for your bag, man. Protect your investment, whether it's, with DCA, shilling, rating, pulling up to these live streams. That's protecting your investment over time, not just your money either. Protect the time that you've been putting into what you've been working hard on. Not just the money. Yeah, okay, my money's going down because people are cheating, but you know what? Keep pulling up because we've invested a lot of time into a lot of these things too, right? So it's like, I'm not gonna let all that time. I've been grinding for 2 years. What the heck? What am I doing next? It's like, nah, we gotta see it through. We gotta see it through. We got to see it through. We got to manifest it and see it through. This is why this one's going to do good because who's not trying to manifest that right now? We got to see it through. Let's go to Clash as well, man. I think Clash is a good play to check out because, man, I think it's undervalued, man. People, the space has forgotten how important utility is. Like Clash has some A1 utility. Not sure if you guys been checking this out, man, but I've been watching this stuff, man. This is important data right here. And it's coming from somebody who's been in the space for a while. So you got just like creme de la creme of data on this, right? Of what you want, of what you actually want. And this is as Clash. And yeah, I know that there was the pump moment. There's him playing Clash and all these things, but you got to look for undervalue tools in the space. Like, can you see other people using this? Can you see eventually the new wave of YouTubers that come on that, not only just using coin market cap, they're doing Clash. They're ass clashing, right? They're ass clashing. Pause. Is that the first pause? What? No. No. But we got a lot of stuff right here that I think anybody that can just look past the chart right now and look at, hey, even Sui's down, BTC's down, this is down, that is down. So things are going to go down. That's going to charts are going to chart. But is this undervalue what everybody can get out of this platform as far as Ask Clash? And we're not even talking about Clash picks. And now you start talking about Clash picks. You got that betting aspect out of there, which is definitely coming into the space more and more when you're talking about Polymarket, Kalshi, and Coinbase just getting that pass where they can do, you know, basically what Polymarket has been doing, right? And we're gonna have more of that. We're gonna have more of that. How much Bitcoin will Strategy purchase next week? 41 minutes ago. So right here, this is some great information too. So breaking Strategy reported sold 32 BTC worth $2.5 million, a tiny slice of its massive Bitcoin treasury. It's a rare move from the company known for stacking sats. And then you got your Clash picks right here, which is like, this is part of like this utility stuff right here. Like the prediction market is here to stay. You don't see Coinbase moving big money and Kalshi moving big money and moving things to be even more regulated and where it's even a little bit more safer and their users can be on it because it's the Pandora's box has been open. Don't listen to the price action. Look at what they're actually doing. They can care less, and you see infrastructure being built. And you got to look at plays like Clash that no matter what the price is doing, you can see George is going to probably keep building on this, right? And he has the resources to keep building on this. All of this together looks really good. So if you guys are into the poly market things, right? And I think a lot of you guys are starting to be into this. And I see so much volume when I check on the poly market and Kalshi and stuff. So it is a massive part of cryptocurrency now. Or you look at any of these guys. There's like this one guy that plays like slots on YouTube and does like these short videos of losing his money, but he loads that account with crypto nonstop. So there's like a huge world that we don't really talk about in spaces that much of the gambling world that exists within cryptocurrency. Like a lot of those platforms, like you got to load it with BTC and Ethereum. Like some of those guys I see them just loading, 25K worth of BTC, 25K worth of BTC, 25K worth of BTC, getting wrecked too, right? Losing BTC left and right, maybe hitting every once in a while, losing 10,000 and winning 2,500 and being happy. It's like, and that didn't always exist in cryptocurrency. So we have like selling pressure, we have sentiments changing. We also have platforms that have stuff like this, but it's part of the market. This stuff helps adoption in cryptocurrency. There is some parts of it that we don't like, right? Because it's like obviously these platforms are probably selling that BTC, right? To pay for things that they got to do and stuff like that. So you got those people now selling on BTC. You got people, and it kind of starts a chain reaction, but at the same time, it's onboarding so many people. And it's proof of adoption when you've seen everything that's evolving around cryptocurrency and blockchain technology. That's why I'm so bullish on it long term. The prices are going to be the price. Last bull run, we weren't talking about this stuff like this. Yes, there were some gambling platforms, but it was a little bit more gray area. It was a little bit more, but now it's just full blown out in the open. You're looking at UFC matches. You're looking at, main events, and they got Polymarket right on the mat. That wasn't happening before. That was not happening before. You're seeing some big fight events and the guy's wearing a Polymarket chain. It's like, what the? This is a different, and you can see why. Yes, at times the prices do pull back and they suck, and we want that not to happen. But if you pay attention to infrastructure being built, you look at XPX, you look at Clash, you look at amazing communities, even meme coins, just building the community is a big utility, right? That's why we're a great project because we got an amazing community. But just keep in mind that that's what's gonna that's what's gonna pass the test of time is having people that are locked in with you no matter what, whether it's a meme coin, utility play, whatever it might be. If you keep building with your community, merch store, or whatever it is, your NFTs, your metaverse, your utilities, the markets will correct themselves eventually. And just take note of what the people who are building are doing, whether the price is up or down, the infrastructure continues to get built. So nice little tick up on BTC. 1 minute chart, we see that above the 200 moving average. Even on a 1 minute chart, you could be full degen and it's pretty valid. Boom. With fees and stuff like that, we'll see how much you can actually make. Usually it's kind of better to do it on some of the higher time frames, even a 5 minute, because with the fees and everything, it kind of stacks up a little bit better. But even that 1 minute chart, man, you could have just been like, I'm short from right here. It's from 73,000. I'm shorting it because it went right back underneath the 200. When above it, went right back underneath. So short it, boom, and it's short. I think this was a solid stream. I do appreciate everybody for pulling up. I didn't even notice we rolled over the hour mark. Hopefully you guys don't mind. I don't like to take up too much of your guys' time. Try to respect everybody's, time with their family and everything like that. Kind of rolled over, but it is greatly appreciated seeing the XPX community pull up, seeing everybody stack up right now. You guys, that is super motivating. We got, some cool things out around the corner. We got stuff that we're working on for Q4. We keep just doing our thing, and it's something that it feels good. It's part of our day. And I think it's something that we really want, right? So solid stream. BTC having a nice little uptick on some shorter time frames, but we'll see where price settles in the coming days. You got your 5-minute chart turning green right here, probably going to come up here and test it. And while you guys in your spare time, put on the 200 moving average and track this, and you're like, pretty interesting, right? And this is how you can stack up some more money, accumulate your favorite plays, pay some extra bills, because it does happen on a regular basis. So markets have been kind of bearish, but we're not surprised. Even with Michael Saylor selling, we've seen this coming from the higher time frames on the 4-hour chart when it first got bearish up here. And that's why we do this, fam. We talk about everything, and that's why we talked about it, and that's okay. And we even mentioned if it broke past this support, it was going to see some lower prices, and sure enough, we did. And I'm always going to keep it 100 with you guys. We're going to be tracking price, waiting for it to finally just do what we like to see. It's going to have to trade to the right and get above that 200 moving average. Right now, we're just seeing short after short after short being a solid trade, whether you're on BTC, Solana, whichever one it might be. Probably just not BNB, because BNB, let's see, BNB, is it still roaring? Okay. 688 holding strong. BNB, mind of his own, I swear. But I do appreciate you guys pulling up. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. Stay tapped in. There's going to be more giveaways in the future. This is a perfect time to load up on XPX. We got some great things coming around the corner. Don't wait for more FOMO and hype to come in. This is the perfect time to be loading up. We've been kind of going up slowly but surely, and there's going to be a point where everybody's going to be like, oh, snap, they're already roaring right back up. And we got enough ammo that when we break past that $1 million market cap, your bags are going to be worth way more, because we're going to push it even further. So shout out to all those who see the value in this. You're super early on a solid play. We are on the Binance Smart Chain on Smart DeFi. I'm looking forward to that bonding curve going live. When that goes live, we're going to be waving our BNB flag, letting everybody know what's going on over there. So don't miss out on getting a bag on XPX over here on the BNB chain, because when that bonding curve goes live, they turn on their marketing machine, they're going to get eyes on this platform. And Noma Token, Space Penguins, Mali, XPX, whatever project standing right here, doing what they've been doing, over these last couple of years, people are going to pay attention to that. I know that there's going to be new people pulling up to this. So early times for you to accumulate and get ready for even a bigger platform marketing, which kind of brings eyes to what we're doing over here anyway. So kind of early right now. This is kind of the quiet before the storm, because I know that people will peek over on both chains. Don't check out our utilities, and we'll just keep doing our part and what we're supposed to be doing in this space. I appreciate you, Saphir, Mr. Mo. Solid early stream. A lot of people pulled up. Really do appreciate you guys. Nice start to the week. Monday kickoff with a solid stream. Chart looking healthy. Recovery very strong. Bitcoin testing everybody. So what? We've seen it coming from a mile away. We're still going to do what we got to do. Like, comment, and subscribe. You guys can do that. Continue to come back. Just keep coming back. Whether we're shorting, whether we're longing, we're trying to experience the abundance of money together. Until next time, you guys know what it is. Later.
You go